What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And when you come in the building, make sure that you hit that like button before you do anything. Smash on the like button. And then make sure that you jump in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. It's Friday, y'all. We gonna cook today. Yes, sir. Tap on that like button when you enter the building. Mike Rhymes, salute. What's happening with it? B&B Boxing News, salute. Cassandra Mason, salute to you, Queen. After this stream yard is acting up on my end, so let me see. Cortez Bowles, what's happening with it? Yeah, we gonna cook today. We gonna cook on everything that's going on. We gonna cook on this Gervonta Davis and Rollie situation. We gonna talk about Anthony Joshua. We got Luis Ortiz. Andrew Ruiz is talking about he got a return coming up. So we gonna talk. It's a lot to cook on today. It is a lot to cook on. Omega Red, salute. What's happening with it? Big Omega in the building. Yeah, we gonna cook today. That's for sure. And make sure y'all hit that like button because YouTube, they not sending out my notifications like they supposed to. So smash the like button. Yes, sir. But we definitely gonna get it today. And like I said, when you come in the building, smash on the like button and then hit that jump in the comment section. Yeah, but so we ain't gonna waste no time. You know what I'm saying? We gonna start cooking. It's a lot of news going on. A lot of news going on. And the first thing I want to cook on is Evander Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield is making another ring return. After what we seen against Vitor Belfort, the Triller is putting Evander Holyfield back in the ring again. This is going to happen early 2020. Reading the article, Evander Holyfield is returning early 2020. And Triller is trying to convince the people that Evander Holyfield is he's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not looking, he's looking great in sparring. He's stopping 22-year-old in 12-round sparring matches. He's stopping them. Evander Holyfield, yeah, and like I'm listening to the owner of Triller, and he's trying to make excuses why Evander Holyfield will continue on to fight and why Evander Holyfield will be coming back to Triller and having to fight in early 2022. You know what I mean? And we all saw Evander Holyfield. He's trying, the dude from Triller saying, oh, it's not like Evander Holyfield moves like an old man. You know, he still moves like he's in his 20s. He still look like he's still looking great. We've seen tons of footage of him sparring, and then they going on talking about, oh, you know, in the Vitor Belfort fight, he was fine. He just tripped over his own foot. So he was never hurt. He just tripped over his own foot. Evander told us that, and we don't have no reason not to believe him. So I'm reading this article, and I'm like, this Triller, ever since Triller came into boxing, you can see these dudes will do any and everything for $1. Like, this shit's just pitiful. It's pitiful. These guys at Triller will do any and everything to make $1. You know, but with that being said, I want to salute the celebrity boxing, whoever owns the celebrity boxing. You know, Riddick Bowe was supposed to get in there with Lamar Odom for a celebrity match. And, you know, I guess after seeing Riddick Bowe and seeing him train and seeing how he moves, I guess the people said no, they called it off. So they said they wouldn't let Riddick Bowe in the ring. So whoever runs the celebrity boxing, it's some type of celebrity boxing shit. Riddick Bowe was supposed to fight in that, and you know, they've told him no. After looking and seeing Riddick Bowe, they told him no, that he's not fit to be in the ring. And that's good, because Riddick Bowe, he can't talk. He don't move around fluidly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they need to do the same shit with Evander Holyfield. Why is Triller letting Evander Holyfield return to the ring once again after we seen Evander Holyfield was moving like a 75-year-old man? Straight up. He was moving like a 75-year-old man. And why would you let him back in the ring? It don't make no sense. Like, you gotta have some care for these fighters. Like Triller, they showing they cold-hearted. Can't let that man back in the ring. Evander Holyfield gonna fuck around and get killed. Sheena in the building. Salute to you, Sheena. Omega Red said he better fight somebody his age. Yeah, man, but shit. I mean, who is his age that? I don't know. Renee, goodbye. Like my brother Blue say, goodbye. Yeah, you could troll somewhere else. Dwayne Freeman, salute. What's happening with it? Cortez Bowl, salute. Yeah, this shit crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what they letting going on in boxing, and it's really starting to be a real circus act. It's really starting to be a real circus act in boxing, you know. And it's just crazy how I'm reading this article and they trying to hype up Evander Holyfield's return like we didn't just see what happened a couple weeks ago. Like that shit that happened a couple weeks ago didn't really happen. You know, trying to talk about the man tripped over his own foot. He was nothing never hurt him. Come on, man. So that's crazy. That's like, to me, that shit's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. In other news, I want to talk about this Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury undercard. This undercard is crazy. Let me pull it up on my phone. This undercard is stacked. I know Big Baby Jared Anderson is on the undercard. Like, Top Rank is in charge of this event. And I always tell people, one thing about Top Rank Boxing, when Top Rank Boxing put on the pay-per-view, or even when they put on an event, They undercard is always lit. You can't say the same thing for PBC. PBC will put on a pay-per-view. They'll put on a great main event, and the undercard will be some garbage. But yeah, this undercard for this Tyson Fury and Wilder fight, I got to salute Top Rank because, yeah, they did it with this one. You got Robert Helenius versus Adam Kownacki, the rematch, right? If y'all seen that first fight, Robert Helenius, he stopped Adam Kownacki, and that shit they went at it. Like, that was a hell of a fight, right? And also, it's crazy because Robert Helenius, he's in Deontay Wilder's training camp. I think he's one of Wilder's sparring partners. You got Efe Jagba versus Frank Sanchez. That shit finna be lit. That is a hell of a fight. You also got big baby Jared Anderson, like I said. He's fighting Vladimir Tereshkin or something like that. I don't know how to say his name, but he's fighting Vladimir. All them Vladimirs can fight, so you know what I'm saying? This should be a good fight. I think this dude that Big Baby Anderson is fighting, I think he might be undefeated. Matter of fact, before I get to, you know, saying shit, let me check. Let me check. I'm gonna pull it up right now. So, yeah, this dude that Big Baby Anderson is fighting, he 22-0. Yep, he's a Russian that is 22-0. I told you them Vladimirs, all them Vladimirs be solid fighters. Yeah, so that's another solid fight. Big Baby Jared Anderson versus a Vladimir. We got Victor Vikehurst versus Mike Marshall. I don't know who that is. But then you also got Julian J. Rock Williams on the card, and he's making his return. Cali Fire, what's happening? Salute. Catman 785, salute to you. So you also got Julian J. Rock Williams. We ain't seen Julian Williams since he lost to Jason Rosario. So we got him making his return. That shit is about to be a hell of a fight. That is going to be a hell of a fight. A fight card, I'm sorry. That is a hell of a fight card. And then you got Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder to top it off. When have y'all ever had an undercard like this? Big Baby Jared Anderson against an undefeated Russian. Efe Jagba versus Frank Sanchez. Robert Helenius versus Adam Kownacki rematch. And then the return of Julian J. Rock Williams. And then on the main event, you got, come on now, on the main event, to top it all off, you got Wilder Fury 3. Wilder Fury 3. I'm going to tell y'all right now, ain't no undercard going to be able to top this. It's going to take a long time for an undercard to be able to top this. This is a 1990s, 80s undercard right here. You don't see undercards like this in boxing no more. Knockout Boxing, 86 TV. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to you, Knockout. What's happening with it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that later on the show. I'm gonna get into my pick with the Anthony Joshua and Usyk fight. But yeah, this is a hell of an undercard. Hell of an undercard. Who's buying the Wilder Fury 3 card? If you buying it or you going to it, put a 1 in the chat. If you buying it or if you're going to it, put a 1 in the chat. Yeah, Rob Shaquille, that fight card is fire. And like I said, we gotta salute Top Rank. One thing I gotta say about Top Rank, when Top Rank put on the card, their cards are a lot better than PBC. PBC gonna give you one good fight and a whole bunch of bullshit you don't want to see most of the time. You know what I'm saying? They love throwing a Pitbull Cruz against a fucking Esau or somebody like that. That's cool, but that ain't no shit that people be asking for. PBC need to step it up because Top Rank is the head of this. You know what I'm saying? They running shit for this Wilder Fury 3. And Top Rank they showing out. With this undercard, they showing out. And yeah, of course, some of these fighters are under the PBC bandwagon, like the F.A. Jogba and Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez fight. F.A. Jogba and Frank Sanchez, neither one of them fight on PBC. I know Robert Hernandez and Adam Konaki, they fight on PBC, and Julian J. Rock Williams is a PBC fighter. But, Top Rank still had to put it together. You dig? So we got to give them their props. I'm excited to be going to this fight, sitting right there, up close. Melanated Royalty said he put a 1. They go, excuse me, going, DP Rocker going, going or either buying it. Dwayne Freeman supporting it. Knockout said, my bad, I'm trying to rush the show. Sheena, she's supporting the fight. Nunu supporting it. Brown on Boxing supporting it. Floyd versus he said Floyd versus De La Hoya, Tank versus Ryan Garcia, co-main event, Chris Colbert versus Devin Haney, Adrian Broner versus Amir Khan. Wishfully thinking, he just putting his undercard in there. Okay. Leon Robinson said Wilder and Spence are the two that I'll buy pay-per-view while going to the fight. Yeah, exactly. That's real. See, Leon Robinson said he'll either going to the fight or he'll go to the fight and buy the pay-per-view. I did that with the last Wilder Fury. I actually bought the pay-per-view. And I'll go when it's Wilder, I'll buy the pay-per-view and I'll go to his fight. I'll do both. Same with Errol Spence. And the reason I do that with them, right? BNB Boxing News said he gonna support it for sure. Cali Fire One said he having a fight party. Yeah, see, that's when it's a real boxing. Real diehard boxing fans when they putting together fight parties. Dwayne Freeman says he'll be there for sure. I'm gonna be in the building. You already know. So yeah. So this you can't. It don't get no better than this. It really don't. It don't get no better than this. This is a fire card, and y'all gotta understand. They still have a price budget. So when they put on these big pay-per-views now, they paying the main event fighters so much, they have to be able to budget in these other fights. And whoever set all this up, they was able to do it. And hey, that's great. And I think more so Bob Arum is always able to put on great undercards, because if Bob Arum is running the show, you already know Bob Arum, he ain't paying them high-ass tickets. Like, he not paying fighters out the ass. So he's able to save money and spread it around. That's just basically how I see it going. But it doesn't say who Julian J. Rock is fighting yet. His opponent, it has still, maybe I could go to BoxRec. It might have it on BoxRec now, but what I looked, it says that it's still it's a question mark. It's still to be announced. Let me see if they got it on BoxRec. Yeah, because the fight 2 weeks out. Oh, yeah, Vladimir Hernandez. He 12-4. He's from Mexico. Fighter 12-4 from Mexico. So basically, they trying to put Julian J. Rock Williams in there with a very soft touch. That's what it's looking like. I don't know Vladimir Hernandez. That's crazy. I ain't never heard of a Hernandez with the first name Vladimir. That's some crazy shit right there. Yeah, so Julian J. Rock Williams, he ain't fought in almost 2 years. He's been out of the ring for almost 2 years. Have y'all ever heard of a Hispanic fighter and the first name is Vladimir? I ain't never heard that shit before. Vladimir Hernandez. That's a first. But yeah, so like I said, Vladimir Hernandez is 12-4. He fight out of PA. Okay, he fight out of Philly though. Wait, no, I'm looking at Julian J. Rock. Vladimir Hernandez, yeah, he fighting out of Mexico. No, Denver, Colorado, but by way of Mexico. Durango, Mexico. But anyway, that's a hard ass undercard, for the Tyson Fury Wilder 3. I can't wait. In other news, let's go ahead and move on. In other news, because later on, when we get to the main topic, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines for y'all, so y'all can give y'all take. But before we do that, I want to talk about Anthony Joshua. Of course, Anthony Joshua has a fight coming up this weekend. Anthony Joshua has a fight coming up this weekend, and I'm starting to get excited about this fight, right? I'm getting excited about this fight because this is a solid fight. It's a solid fight. Anthony Joshua weighed in today, and he weighed in at 240 pounds. So Anthony Joshua actually weighed in 15 pounds less than his all-time high when he was at his high, when he was walking around at like 255 when he was fighting Carlos Takam. Yeah, when he fought Takam, he weighed in at like 255, 254.5. So Anthony Joshua has dropped 15 pounds. And if you look at Anthony Joshua's physique, he don't look like he used to. He still got good size, but his physique don't look nothing like it used to. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Joshua, his physique has changed a lot. He used to look like a big ass bodybuilder. He don't look like that no more. Let me try to pull him up. I want to try to show y'all a before and after Anthony Joshua, because his physique don't look nothing like it used to. Let me pull up the live weigh-in, because in the live weigh-in, you could really see, you could really tell. Let me see. And as far as Usyk, he don't look like, to me, Usyk, he don't look that good. They said he put on a lot of weight, but Usyk, he not looking ripped up. He don't look that good. Hold on, I'm trying to find it for y'all. I got all these other weigh-ins on here. Trying to get through it. Here you go. I'm gonna show it to y'all right now. Wait for him to get on the scale. Oh no. I'm trying to find when they were just standing, but Anthony Joshua, he don't look nothing like he used to. Like, that's him. That's Alexander Usyk, if y'all can see. But it's a big difference. It's a big difference in Anthony Joshua's physique. Now, I'm going to pull up how he looked. I'm going to just pull up a picture of the weigh-in of how he looked back when he was, before he started losing all that weight. And a lot of people, hold on, let me see. That's a big difference, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge difference. Now, a lot of people thought Anthony Joshua was on some shit back then. You know, we heard what was his name? D-Ball Dillian White come out and said that Anthony Joshua had an exemption. Anthony Joshua was on PEDs and they gave him an exemption. But I'm not gonna put that jacket on him because he ain't never tested positive. But that's a big, big difference. That is a big difference. His body physique ain't nothing like it was. You feel me? And if y'all can see that, y'all can see like the difference in the physique. It's a big, big difference. Now, with this fight that Anthony Joshua has up with Usyk, right? I think he is outweighing Usyk by 20 pounds. Usyk weighed in at 220. Usyk don't look that good to me. You know what I'm saying? His stomach was a little pudgy and shit. But you could tell that Usyk put on the weight naturally. However, he put on the weight coming up for cruiserweight. He put it on naturally because he ain't looking like, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name. He ain't looking like somebody else, and y'all can fill in the blank, that's moved up a whole lot of weight classes that still, you know, was able to carry all of their muscle and still look lean and all of that. You could tell Usyk put on the weight naturally, right? And then Anthony Joshua, you can actually tell by the way his body physique is that he actually dropped the weight naturally. Or if some of y'all want to think that he was taking some shit, I mean, you can think what y'all want to think. I don't know, but whatever he did it naturally. Hey, Batman, salute to my brother Batman. Batman said Canelo. Like I said, I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all can fill in the blanks. But yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, like I said, it's a big difference. Now, one thing is we've seen in the past that what Plant stomach supposed to be pudgy to take body shot? Who said Plant ain't pudgy at all? Plant is actually in tip-top condition. Plant actually got a YouTube channel. You know, and I'll go to it right now, but I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying, right? So yeah, man, Anthony Joshua looks a lot different. So this is what I'm trying to get to. A lot of people have seen Anthony Joshua. He looks like he's more limber. He moves faster, right? His boxing skills are better now that he's lost that weight. He's not so much robotic like he was. But does Anthony Joshua still have that knockout power like he once did? We seen Anthony Joshua when was it, last summer against Pulev. But Pulev was old. Pulev 40 plus years old. Like, I don't take too much out of that Pulev fight. Does Anthony Joshua still have that devastating knockout power that he did when he was on that bodybuilding shit? You know what I'm saying? When he looked like a bodybuilder, does he still have that devastating knockout power? Well, that's what a lot of people asking themselves. That's the question that a lot of people want to know. And in the back of my mind, I want to know if he still got that devastating knockout power. I think that he will. And so here you go, knockout. I think that Anthony Joshua will knock out Alexander Usyk. If Anthony Joshua, right, has the confidence that he used to have, because see, now what Anthony Joshua has showed me in the past, like after he got stopped by Andrew Ruiz, he showed me that he don't have that confidence. Anthony Joshua used to go in there confident. He used to go in there and he wasn't going to let you off the hook. He going to go in there and knock your ass out, and that's just what it was going to be. After he got stopped by Andrew Ruiz, he's a much more cautious fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's very cautious. And that's the only chance that Usyk has if he gets Anthony Joshua that's not confident, that goes in there cautious. But if Anthony Joshua has his confidence back, he's knocking out Usyk. Like, Usyk is getting stopped because, first of all, Usyk is nothing at the heavyweight division. Usyk is not impressive. Usyk is the older man. He's like 35 years old, 36 years old. You know, in the heavyweight division, it's just not his division. You know, you can see how Usyk has put on the weight. He don't like he done it. He did it naturally. You could tell, but his physique don't look all that impressive to me. And he hasn't looked impressive in the two heavyweight fights that he's had. You see what I'm saying? He hasn't looked impressive in the two heavyweight fights. And one thing, the key thing that stands out to me is Usyk. He don't have enough power to me. He shouldn't have enough power to make Anthony Joshua fight cautious like a Andrew Ruiz or, even shit, Joseph Parker say. Yeah, he shouldn't have enough power to make Anthony Joshua fight like that. And y'all hit my like button. If you're in the building, hit my like button because they don't be sending out my notifications like they supposed to. They only send out my notifications to very few people. So just make sure that you smash on the like button. You feel me? But yeah, Usyk is not impressive at heavyweight. Like everybody is giving Usyk a chance just because he can box very well. But I mean, against who at heavyweight? I mean, he fought Derek Chisora. Let me pull up Usyk's heavyweight resume. He only fought two dudes. He fought some dude, I don't even remember his name, that nobody knows. So he's fought Derek Chisora. He fought Chaz Weatherspoon. Come on, man. Like, really? He fought Chaz Weatherspoon. And let me see. Hold on real quick. Chaz Weatherspoon, I think he in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? He fought Chaz Weatherspoon, which is that's a trash fight, Then he fought Derek Chisora, and he didn't even stop Derek Chisora. And Derek Chisora Derek Chisora been stopped 3 times in his career. And I like Dale Boy, but come on, man, he got 11 losses on his record. He got 11, and he didn't even look that great against Derek Chisora. So, and so I'm not feeling Usyk. Like, ain't no way that Anthony Joshua should let Usyk go in there and beat him. If Anthony Joshua somehow loses to Usyk, Anthony Joshua don't belong at the top of the heavyweight division at all. He don't. So yeah, I'm definitely picking Anthony Joshua to beat Usyk by stoppage. He gonna beat him by stoppage. That's my pick for that fight. But like I said, it's still a good fight to watch. It's still a solid fight to watch. Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, yeah. So we're going to go back to Plant, right? So, yeah, I definitely got Anthony Joshua stopping Usyk. Now, you said Plant's stomach somebody said Plant's stomach was pudgy. Plant's stomach ain't pudgy. Like, I'm going to pull up. Caleb Plant actually got a YouTube channel. And I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to show y'all Caleb Plant on this shit. Like, so I'm going to show y'all, give y'all the insight of what Caleb Plant looking like. Yeah, Caleb Plant. I was watching his YouTube and they said Caleb Plant been in shape for months. They said he been so that picture I seen somebody posted a picture where him and Canelo was, face to face. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, Caleb Plant in shape. What's good with it, Sylvester? 2011. What's happening with it? I'm trying to find it. I had it up earlier. Maybe I had. Hold on. I'll put here. It is right here. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Caleb Plant in shape, bro. Ain't nothing pudgy about that. Yeah, Caleb Plant on this shit. Yeah. But anyway, Josh, Knockout Boxer 86 TV. We know Knockout want to give his prediction on his prediction channel. But since you asked me, I'm still gonna ask you, Knockout, what is your prediction on the fight tomorrow night? What is your prediction? Yes, sir. Sir Aunt Bo, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, yes, sir. So you got to give me your prediction. Let's give me your prediction, Knockout. And while I'm waiting for knockouts, and while I'm waiting for knockout, uh, I want to talk about what Anthony Joshua had to say about Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua was asked about, he says, I tell you, bro, I got Usyk. If you want to know what y'all check out the video. You said you picking Usyk, bro. We're gonna have to make a little wager on that. Yeah. You now I usually agree with your picks, but you tripping, bro. Ain't no way that Anthony Joshua should be getting beat by Usyk. Now, anything can happen in boxing, but yeah. Anything can happen in boxing, but ain't no way that Anthony Joshua, if Anthony Joshua is a top heavyweight at all, it's no way that he should let Usyk go in there and beat him. It's nothing that Usyk should be able to do to beat Anthony Joshua. We be forgetting that Anthony Joshua can box too. His boxing skills has got a lot better. Anthony Joshua got he got way more power than Usyk. Like, it's just, he shouldn't be able to get beat by Usyk. All right. Okay. But I'm gonna sure watch your prediction video and your breakdown on it. I'm sure gonna BNB Boxing News say he got Joshua. Leon Robinson say that's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, so Anthony Joshua, he goes on and he talks about the Wilder and Fury fight. And he says that he picking Deontay Wilder to knock out Fury. He says that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight is not going 12 rounds. And he said he picking Wilder to stop Fury. And they ask him, why is he picking Wilder to knock out Fury? And he says, well, Wilder's just focused and he seems like he's possessed. He seems like, like he's just like, obsessed with training and he's obsessed with beating Tyson Fury. So he says that, he said he got it a 50-50 fight, but he says he's picking Wilder to knock out Fury. Now, that's all cool, right? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool who he picking, whatever. But at the end of the day, he's still talking about making the Tyson Fury fight. Him and Tyson Fury making the biggest fight, right? But how are you still talking about you and Tyson Fury making a fight if you believe that Tyson Fury is going to lose to Deontay Wilder, but you haven't said one thing about fighting Deontay Wilder? And I like Anthony Joshua. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua, but that's one key thing I do not like about Anthony Joshua. When it comes to Deontay Wilder, his energy is very, very different. We still haven't heard him say nothing about making a fight between him and Deontay Wilder. And he tries to elude the question when asked the question. It's always, well, you know, I don't know the future. You know, you don't know nothing when it comes to Wilder. But when it comes to Fury, even though you think he's going to lose, you still talking about making a match between you and Tyson Fury. And before you said it wasn't it wasn't the fighter, it was whatever fighter had the belt that you was going to be going after, right? It wasn't about the fighters, it was about whoever has the gold around their waist. So if Wilder beats Fury and he got the gold, why haven't you talked about fighting Wilder, or haven't even expressed that you want to fight Wilder? That's my problem with Anthony Joshua. You dig what I'm saying? That's my problem with Anthony Joshua. Sheena, I'm not really worried about Caleb Plant cut because he ain't worried about it. And then another thing is he said it was more of a scratch. It ain't like a cut like you get, you know what I'm saying, when you get punched with knuckles, or you get, you know what I'm saying, or the cut from the gloves. It's more of a scratch from his glasses. Because one thing that the narrative that people trying to run with is that Canelo cut, you know, Caleb Plant and this and that. See, the thing is, you can't cut anybody by slapping them. I never seen anybody get slapped in the face and get cut. So that shit doesn't even make sense what people are trying to say, right? So when Caleb Plant says that it's because he had his glasses on, and when, you know, Plant hit him with the open palm, with a slap, whatever you want to call. I mean, when Canelo caught him with the open hand, he knocked his glasses off. So that's what he's saying. He said Canelo knocked his glasses off, and with the impact, the bottom of the glasses, like, you know, scraped them or whatever. So it's more so of a scratch, like a deep scratch than a cut. That's what, you know. And a lot of times, Sheena, if you notice, like, you ever got like scratched and it's bleeding, and then it looks worse than what it is. It could be a situation like that, to where it's a scratch, a deep scratch, right? But it's bleeding, so the blood make it look worse than what it is. But I don't think it's nothing it's not a cut like that, so it's not gonna affect him. It's not something that's gonna get opened up and shit like that, you know. I don't think it's gonna affect him like that. And Caleb Plant, right off the rip, he let people know, like, it ain't nothing. Like, that's not gonna affect nothing. It's not gonna affect me from sparring or none of that. Leon Robinson said he wants Usyk to take it because he said AJ ain't gonna fight Wilder, but Usyk ain't gonna fight Wilder either. I don't think Usyk gonna fight Wilder neither. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go over there and they're gonna go on the a European tour, a European, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna fight Wilder. Neither one of them dudes ain't. I mean, if Usyk beats AJ, you got an immediate rematch sometimes, so that's gonna take up some time. And then, you know what I'm saying, AJ probably gonna beat him, and then he still ain't gonna fight, and then he still ain't gonna fight Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So when you really look at it, Leon, it ain't gonna change nothing. Usyk winning is not gonna change shit. But I just don't see Usyk winning this fight. I don't see Usyk winning this fight. But yeah. Coach in the building. Salute to you, Coach. Salute, Coach. But as far as that little scrape, or the scrape, I think it's more of a scrape, right? It's a deep scrape. But the scrape, the cut, whatever y'all want to call it, as far as that, like my man Omega Red said, you know what I'm saying? Like he got into November. We still a month and a half out, right? About a month and a half out from the Caleb Plant in Canelo fight. I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie. I want this shit to hurry up. I want this shit to hurry up and happen. But yeah, I don't think, but it's just like it pisses me off that you can already see how shit is gonna play out, how Anthony Joshua, right, is gonna go around Deontay Wilder once again when Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury. My opinion is that he beats Tyson Fury. If anybody feels that he don't beat Tyson Fury, well, that's your opinion. I respect anybody's opinion. But when he beat Tyson Fury, you can already see AJ is not, he's not showing any type of signs that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder, but he's showing all of the signs in the world that he still want to fight Tyson Fury. So he looks at Tyson Fury as somebody that's not dangerous to him. And I think that AJ knows some shit, and AJ knows that Tyson Fury, you know what I'm saying, cheated some type of way in that Wilder fight. That's why he feel the way he feel. And that's why he's not afraid of Tyson Fury. That's why he's not worried about Tyson Fury. And he's so eager to fight Tyson Fury because he know that they're not going to let Tyson Fury get away with no slick shit. And he's not worried about Tyson Fury because AJ look at Tyson Fury as somebody that don't have punching power. He's like, man, this dude can't hurt me. Although I think that Tyson Fury will probably beat AJ. I mean, I've always said that I picked Tyson Fury to beat AJ. You know, he can outbox AJ, but I would go for AJ. I like Anthony Joshua. I really do. I fuck with Anthony Joshua. I just don't fuck with Anthony Joshua when it comes to Deontay Wilder. And I think Eddie Hearn has a lot to do with that. And he signed a lifetime contract with Eddie Hearn. And he was like, you know, I love working with Eddie Hearn, and why keep signing 3-year deals? Why just don't sign? I just signed to him the rest of my career. I think that's a stupid move, but that's something he's going to have to deal with in the future. Knockout Boxing 86 TV says, AJ ain't confident in himself anymore, in my humble opinion. Well, as far as when it comes to getting in the ring with Wilder, I agree with you 150%. He's not confident, but we're going to see if he has his confidence back, right? Not speaking of Wilder, if he has his confidence back, we're going to be able to see tomorrow, because that's one thing that we're going to be able to see. If AJ has his confidence, he's going to go in there and he's going to be the old Anthony Joshua, the Anthony Joshua that goes in there to get you up out of there. He's not the Anthony Joshua that wants to move around and box safe, right? That's how you're going to know if he has his confidence back, by the way that you see him fight tomorrow. Now, he said, he was adamant that he's knocking Usyk out. He said he knows that's what people want to see. He says that's what people come for. He said people don't come to see me box and all that. He said people come to see knockouts, and that's exactly what I'm going to give them. I'm knocking out Usyk. So, yeah, I think he going to, you know, deliver what he said he going to do. I think he knocking out Usyk. No. Hey, coach. Coach. You can't be coming up in here. You know what I'm saying? You can't be stepping on my toes, coach. You can't be coming up in here taking my bets. I already told Knockout, me and Knockout gonna have to put a little wager on the fight. It ain't gotta be nothing big, just, you know, something little, whatever he, you know what I'm saying? I got that already. Me and, you know what I'm saying, me and Knockout gotta put a little wager on that. Sir Antbo said AJ know that head soft, he moving. I think that AJ might probably like the first 5 rounds. He might take the first 5 rounds to fill out Usyk, and then I think he gonna go after him. Then after he get done filling them out, he gonna go after him. I just, like I said, if Anthony Joshua loses to Usyk, that's Like, nah, that ain't, you can't lose to a guy that's showing you how he is at heavyweight like Usyk. See, everybody need to keep, you know what I'm saying? Everybody need to stop talking about Usyk at cruiserweight. This ain't cruiserweight no more. He did what he did at cruiserweight, cool, but this is not cruiserweight division no more. This is not the cruiserweight division. And Usyk has showed nothing in the heavyweight division that's impressive at all. This is not cruiserweight division no more. Yeah, he was a good cruiserweight. Cool. Give him all of the credit in the world for being a very, very good cruiserweight. But he's not the same heavyweight. He's not no Evander Holyfield at heavyweight. I even hear these guys in these articles comparing him to Evander Holyfield at heavyweight. No, he's not. Evander Holyfield came up to heavyweight wrecking shit. Evander Holyfield was fast. He could punch hard, powerful, had great head movement. Evander Holyfield was the whole package when he moved up to heavyweight. And he was knocking motherfuckers out. Usyk is not that. Them guys, if Evander Holyfield got in the ring when he moved up to heavyweight against a Chaz Weatherspoon will still be asleep right now. If y'all know anything about boxing, if Evander Holyfield, right, when he moved up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, got in the ring with a Chaz Weatherspoon will still be asleep right now, till this day. If Evander Holyfield got in the ring against a Dale boy, right? And I like Dale boy, I like Chisora, but Evander Holyfield would have put Chisora, he would have knocked Chisora clean out. My man Pac-Man ATL Tate, what's happening with it? Salute. He says that fight going the distance, stop playing. I mean, you think that Anthony Joshua, well, who you got in that fight then? It could go the distance. You know what I'm saying? It'll go the distance if Usyk basically go in there and just want to move around a lot and you know, not take no chances with Anthony Joshua. But I think Anthony Joshua should go in there and knock his ass out. Now, if it goes the distance, I still think Anthony Joshua is going to beat him, whatever way it go. But, Tay, let me put in the comment who you picking to win the fight. Knockout said he came in light at 240 with sweatpants and headphones on, so he really 237. His weight say he coming to box. Well, that ain't what he say. So we got to take him for his word. You see what I'm saying? The weight say he coming to box, but he say that he coming for the knockout. So we got to I'm going to take him for his word, and you know what I'm saying? You got to show me a knockout. Ah, man, Tay want to be on that Knockout Boxing 86 TV shit. Nah, I'm going to save my prediction for tomorrow. Hey, salute to Tay, though. Hey, Knockout and Tay, man, y'all be on that shit. Nah, I can't give you my prediction right now. I got to save it. Well, I'm giving you mine, and AJ, yeah. I'm giving you mine, and it's AJ by knockout. I'm not going to be shocked if it goes the distance. But if it go the distance and AJ don't come out with the victory, then I'm gonna be pretty shocked. I don't see Alexander Usyk beat him. Pac-Man say he lost the weight to stay light on his feet because he can't box a natural boxer. Hey, man, y'all ain't got no confidence in Anthony Joshua, bro. Y'all better put some respect on AJ name, man. Y'all got to put some respect on that man's name more than that. You know what I'm saying? Usyk a little dude, man. He finna go in there. If Anthony Joshua is finna go in there and impose his will on Alexander Usyk, if he don't, I'm telling y'all right now, he finna go in there and impose his will on Alexander Usyk and get his ass up out of there. If he does not impose his will on Alexander Usyk, and this is a close fight, anyway, if this is a close fight, Anthony Joshua, he just, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got it. He needs to, you know, of course, I'm not saying he's going to need to retire, but he, to me, at that point, he's not considered one of the top heavyweights. No, I'm not saying little got nothing to do with it. I'm telling you that I've seen Usyk fight at heavyweight, and that got a lot to do with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I've seen Usyk fight at heavyweight twice already, and what I've seen him do at heavyweight got everything to do with what I'm saying. So, yeah. It got something to do with it when it comes to him, because what I seen him do at heavyweight, no, nah. What I seen him, nah, yeah, nah. See, y'all put too much respect on Usyk and ain't giving Joshua enough respect. Usyk ain't. What has Usyk showed y'all in the heavyweight division? That's what I want to know. What has Alexander Usyk showed y'all in the heavyweight division for y'all to be saying that he just gonna give Anthony Joshua all he can handle? I want to know that. He had 2 heavyweight fights to get the field, and you're only as good as your last fight. Yeah, he didn't look good. He didn't look impressive in his last fight to me. It is about what you show. It is about what you show, Tate. It's about what you show. We only can go off what you showed in your prior fights. We keep talking about this what he did at cruiserweight. He ain't at cruiserweight no more. And any of them dudes that fought Usyk at cruiserweight, Anthony Joshua knocking them all out, straight up and down. Anthony Joshua is knocking any of them dudes that my man Usyk fought at cruiserweight. Anthony Joshua knocking them all out. Them dudes that he was fighting at cruiserweight was all like the dangerous ones were flat-footed, powerful punchers that he was just able to move around and outbox, right? Anthony Joshua, now he can move and he can box, right? His movement, he don't move a lot, but he do move a lot more than he used to, and he can still punch. Now, do he have the same devastating punching power that he did when he was 255? I don't know. We're gonna have to see that. But he had enough power to knock out old ass what's his name? The last fight he had. But like I said, I don't really put too much in that last Anthony Joshua fight because dude is old, and I never thought he was Pulev. Pulev is old. I never thought Pulev was, you know, that good in the first place. I mean, all them scary ass faces that Usyk can be that Usyk be making and that crazy shit he be doing. All right, y'all can believe that shit if you want to. I never said that Joshua was a traditional boxer, Pac-Man. I never said that Joshua was you never heard me one time say that he was a traditional boxer. I said that he can box. He can box. His boxing skills have got a lot better. So you telling me that as a fighter, seeing Anthony Joshua, you haven't seen his boxing skills improve since, you know what I'm saying, since his earlier days? Y'all acting like Anthony Joshua got fucking 40-something fights. Stop with the bullshit. Y'all acting like that Anthony Joshua got 40-something fights and he just old and he ain't improved none. Let me see. Hold on. I mean, the man only got 25 fights. Anthony Joshua only got 25 fights. So you telling me since he started slimming down and cutting all that weight, he ain't improved none? Come on, man. Them foot feints and angles that Usyk be coming with. Okay, but he still ain't look like shit. The foot feints and the angles, yeah, he looked very good at cruiserweight. But tell me what has that shit done at heavyweight? He ain't did shit for him at heavyweight. He ain't look good at heavyweight like that. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all are impressed because he beat a Chaz Weatherspoon and he beat Derek Chisora. He went the distance with Derek Chisora and, you know what I'm saying, beat Chaz Weatherspoon. Chaz Weatherspoon was touching him up. Come on. Okay, Pac-Man. You saying that's just 2 fights. Okay, well, he going into his 3rd fight with Anthony Joshua, and that's only 3 fights. So you telling me in 2 fights that Alexander Usyk is just going to go out there and show you major improvement, but then again, you telling me that Anthony Joshua, he ain't improved on his boxing skills. Y'all, you got to make this make sense to me, because you telling me that, well, Alexander Usyk, he needed the 2 fights to get better. Now he gonna come in way better, but then Anthony Joshua ain't got no better. You gotta make this make sense to me, because you ain't nobody still told me what Alexander Usyk did in those 2 fights that he had. What was impressive about what he did? Omega Red said, Chaz Weatherspoon was hitting him and got tired. That's exactly what happened. Chaz Weatherspoon was putting hands on him, and he wasn't in shape. He old as fuck, and he got tired. Dale Boy, Chisora went the distance with him, and Chisora got down there 15 losses on this record. He got 11 losses on this record and been stopped 3 times. Pac-Man said, no, that's just 2 fights you saw Joshua box on his toes. Yeah, but when he did that, he damn near shut out Andrew Ruiz fat ass and then ran through Pulev. And then and he still knocked out Pulev. Now, okay, let's do this, right? And I don't even like to make comparisons like this, but let's do this. Chaz Weatherspoon, Derek Chisora, and then Pulev. I mean, Pulev is better than both of them. He better than both of them, and Anthony Joshua got him up out of there. But yeah, if I'm telling y'all right now, my man say how Joseph Parker look against Chisora. If you put Derek Chisora in that ring with Anthony Joshua, Anthony Joshua knocking him cold out. If you put Derek Chisora in the ring with Anthony Joshua is knocking his ass out. I don't see what y'all are talking about. We're talking about, see, y'all got to stop living in, see, y'all, to me, my opinion is I think that y'all living in the past. Y'all living off of what he did in the cruiserweight division. You're not living off of what he did in the heavyweight division. We can say, oh, well, that's just 2 fights, so this, and that. We gotta hold him to the standard of what he's done in the heavyweight division. He ain't been at cruiserweight in years. When the last time Usyk fought at cruiserweight? Let me pull it up. He's been in the heavyweight division for a while now. We know that he, been sitting on the shelf. He sat on the shelf for a long time, but man, he ain't fought at cruiserweight since 2018. He ain't fought at cruiserweight since 2018. Come on. Pac-Man said he ain't done that against a true boxer. That's why the fight is interesting. I think the fight is interesting, but he's not beating Anthony Joshua. I don't even think that the fight is close. Now, like I said, if I'm wrong, Pac-Man, if I'm wrong, Anthony Joshua, he don't belong in the conversation with the best heavyweights. And Wilder don't even need to be thinking about fighting Anthony Joshua if Anthony Joshua has a tooth and nails fight with and lose to Usyk. Nah, hell no. He ain't at the top of the heavyweight division if you can't beat Usyk. I already bet on Anthony Joshua plenty of times. I bet on Anthony Joshua already. Lewis Henry, what's happening with it? Salute. But yeah, no doubt though. Let's move on though. Let's move on. Before I get to the main topic, and I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Knockout Boxing said he got his parlay going with Usyk, Okolie, Smith, and Marku. Okay. You know, hey, you know, good luck. Hey, good luck, man. Good luck. But anyway, like I said, let's talk about Andrew Ruiz real quick. Andrew Ruiz, right, he has a choice of a couple opponents. And right now it's down, it's the opponents, right, is Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. But I'm reading articles that's saying that Andrew Ruiz is basically acting like he don't have no interest in fighting Luis Ortiz. Now, we know that Andrew Ruiz and Luis Ortiz was supposed to fight a couple of times. They even was, damn near had finalized that fight, and Andrew Ruiz backed out and said that, he didn't want to fight Ortiz for some reason. I think Andrew Ruiz backed out of a Luis Ortiz fight at least 2 times already, right? At least 2 times already, they was trying to set up that fight, and Andrew Ruiz was like, nope. So my thing is Andrew Ruiz ducking Luis Ortiz? And who would y'all like to see Andrew Ruiz fight next more? Luis Ortiz or Charles Martin? Wait, hold on. Pac-Man, you said, do I think that Canelo stops Caleb Plant? Are you asking me that? Are you seriously asking me that? That shows that you have not been on here watching none of my shows. I hope you're asking somebody else that. You asking me, do I think that Canelo stops Caleb Plant? Are you serious? You got to be playing with me right now, Tay. Tay, you got to be playing with me. You ain't been watching none of my shows. I'm the main one on here telling everybody that Canelo Alvarez ain't gonna beat Caleb Plant, and I have Caleb Plant winning that fight. So how you gonna ask me, am I on here saying that Canelo's gonna stop? You might got me mixed up with somebody else. You might got me with, hey, Tay, hey, nah, you got me mixed up with somebody else with that one. Come on now. Hell no. Nah. Hell no. Nah. Shit. That's the last thing you're gonna hear come out of my mouth. Caleb Plant gonna get in his ass. That's my opinion. I think it's gonna be a very, very good fight, a close fight, but I'm rocking with Caleb Plant. But anyway, I want to know from y'all, who would y'all rather see Andrew Ruiz in the ring with? Would y'all rather see Andrew Ruiz go in the ring with Luis Ortiz, that's been trying to get a fight with Ruiz for the longest time, or do y'all want to see him fight Charles Martin? Which one would y'all want to see? Charles Martin or Andrew Ruiz? I mean, Charles Martin or Ortiz? Luis Ortiz. And see, Pac-Man, you get these fucking goofy ass clowns on YouTube, right? See, this is the thing, y'all. These fucking Canelo diehard dick riders, and I'm a Canelo fan, but these Canelo diehard dick riders, they think they run shit. If you say that you picking somebody to beat Canelo, these motherfuckers just come out of nowhere and pop up. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, this is my channel. I pick who I want to pick on here, you goofy bastard. Come up in here telling me, this goofy ass dude has Caleb winning. Yeah, I said that. Just like your ignorant ass got Canelo winning. Worry about who the fuck you got winning. Man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all dudes, hey, these Canelo dick riders, y'all be out of pocket for real. Y'all be out of pocket. Like, y'all got, in their mind, Like in their mind, they think that everybody has to say everything correct about Canelo. If they not rooting for Canelo 150%, if they, you know what I'm saying? Like in their mind, they really think that shit. And they think that they can come on people's channel and they think that they supposed to run shit. They think they supposed to make you say what they want you to say about Canelo. They think that these dudes is a trip. And the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is y'all, the real boxing fans know, none of y'all motherfuckers Canelo fans like that before. Remember, see, it was a time when all of the Hispanics, a lot of the Hispanic community, same ones that acting like they diehard Canelo fans, because I used to argue with a lot of them, and I used to be like, why y'all hating on Canelo like that? And they used to hate Canelo. The same Hispanic fans, the same Mexicans that's acting like they diehard Canelo fans from day one, they used to talk so much shit about Canelo, calling him a red hair this, and he ain't a real Mexican and this and that. And you know why? They was all riding for Chavez Jr. They was all, at one point in time, they was hating on Canelo and they was all riding for Chavez Jr. And then when Chavez Jr. turned out to be some bullshit, he wasn't shit. Now, they ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Now Canelo name has got big. Now all of a sudden they've been Canelo fans for their whole life. Now they all of a sudden they crying and sweating when they see Canelo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Falling out fame because Canelo came on and did an interview. You motherfuckers wasn't Canelo fans before. Quit, for real. I've been on YouTube watching this shit, and I've been in these boxing groups. I remember when all you same motherfuckers was hating on Canelo, talking about he ain't no real Mexican, calling him a redhead this, and you know what I'm saying? And you was riding with Chavez Jr. Quit playing. Now all of a sudden Chavez Jr. ain't shit. And then Chavez Sr., you know what I'm saying? He kind of passed the torch to Canelo. Now it's all of a sudden, now y'all, it's okay to root for Canelo, and all y'all the biggest Canelo fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Mexican, a lot of the Mexican fans that are now pretending like they diehard Canelo fans that wasn't fucking with him before. And you go back to the Triple G shit. A lot of the Mexicans was going for Triple G. Talking about Mexican style this and Mexican style that. Y'all better fucking quit playing with me. Y'all motherfuckers was going for Triple G. You still wasn't riding with Canelo. Now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, right? Now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these motherfuckers is just diehard Canelo fans out of nowhere. Since Canelo then went on his European bomb bashing tour, now everybody a fucking Canelo fan. When you same motherfuckers I was arguing with, because I never liked Chavez Sr. or Jr. You same motherfuckers I was arguing with and saying, why y'all hating on Canelo? He way better than Chavez and all that shit. Y'all was calling him all type of shit. Was going against him with Triple G and all of that. Now all of a sudden it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden all you motherfuckers the most patriotic, you know what I'm saying? Just love Canelo. Canelo is this. And man, stop. Some people might have amnesia. I ain't forgot shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you think, oh, Canelo got the biggest name. Now you want to fucking, you know what I'm saying, ride on Canelo bandwagon and shit. Man, get the fuck up out of here. That's why a lot of these Canelo, radical ass Canelo fans, they not even motherfucking boxing fans. They couldn't tell you shit about boxing. All they know how to do is come in on the channel and see if you saying something that they like about Canelo, right? If you saying something they like about Canelo, and you make, you know what I'm saying, then it's you the best thing in the fucking world to them. You know what I'm saying? If you say something you don't like about Canelo, that they don't like about Canelo, they think they supposed to run your fucking show and, you know what I'm saying, and tell you and make you say what the fuck they want you to say. Man, fuck you. For real. Hey, Panther Black Jones, and a lot of them die hard. A lot of them stone cold racist. Because if y'all see all of the nigger comments that I get up under my videos, right? If I post a video, anything, and I don't even be talking shit about Canelo. I just be breaking down, you know what I'm saying, how events win and all of that, right? First thing they do is come in, you fucking nigger this and you nigger that. But YouTube will filter it out, but I'll still see it. Come on. Quit fucking playing with me. But anyway, we talking about this we ain't even talking about no Canelo. Let me go back to the Andrew Ruiz shit, you know. Clown and came up in here with some bullshit, tried to switch the whole show around. It ain't about Canelo today. For real. We ain't talking about no fucking Canelo. Let me see. Let me see what y'all. Let me see who y'all want to see. Andrew Ruiz. Let me see. So everybody's saying that they want to see Andrew Ruiz fight Ortiz. My man Andrew 100 say Ortiz or Joe Joyce. Hamilton still say Ortiz hands down. The fan corner, he say Ortiz. Knockout Boxing 86 say he want to see Ortiz. Dwayne Freeman say Ortiz. Omega Red Ortiz. My man Batman say Ortiz. Bumpy Thompson say Ortiz. Santos Boxing in the build. Santos in the building. What's happening with it, Santos? Salute to you, brother. Pac-Man say Ruiz not fighting Ortiz, though I've already spoke to Ortiz team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude is flat out ducking Luis Ortiz. Hey, Pac-Man, man, Tay, man, these dudes be tripping, bro. Like, these dudes think that they can come over and just run motherfuckers' channel and do it all on the strength of Canelo. These dudes be tripping out here, dog. Like, soon as you say any little thing that's not like, oh, Canelo's the best in the world, Canelo's this, and Canelo, oh, I love Canelo. They just like these dudes. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing like it since. I ain't seen like a lot of people talk about Crawford fans, but Crawford fans, at least they know boxing and they don't be on no bullshit like that. Like, these Canelo, they on another level. And like I said, it's because they not even boxing fans. They just Canelo fans. Or they just fans of like the biggest names that they know. That's all they know. They don't even really know boxing like that. Cassandra Mason, what's going on, Queen, in that super chat? I appreciate it. She say, just for keeping it fire, keep popping your ish. You already know I am, Queen. Oh, snap. Bumpy Thompson, that's funny as hell. Hey, you crazy as hell. These dudes is crazy, man. My God damn. A lot of these dudes be grown-ass men, too. I don't like no other grown-ass man that much. But yeah, Ruiz, man, why is Ruiz refusing to fight Ortiz, Luis Ortiz? That shit crazy. Like, why does this man do any and everything he can to avoid Luis Ortiz? It don't make no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you want to fight Luis Ortiz? And it's funny because everybody, when Wilder fought him, he was old, he was washed up. Wilder was cherry picking. Wilder just want to fucking pick on the old man. But before Wilder fought him, right? Wilder was scared of Ortiz. Wilder fight him and knock him out. He knocked out a 55-year-old Ortiz. Wilder fight him again because then they start saying, oh, Ortiz was outboxing Wilder. He got lucky. Wilder fought him again and ran it back. Then it was, he was old. He was old. Well, why don't nobody else want to fight Luis Ortiz? Why is Andrew Ruiz, young ass, don't want to get in the ring with old ass Luis Ortiz? Why is Deontay Wilder really the only fighter at the top level that's down to get in the ring with Luis Ortiz? He the only fighter. None of these other guys in the top 8, top 10, top 5 want to get in the ring with Luis Ortiz. But the fans will tell you that Wilder should get credit because he old. Make that shit make sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You said Sir Antbo said Ruiz versus Hunter. I like Hunter, man. Hunter is a cool ass dude. I got to, kick it with Hunter for a little bit. He a cool down to earth dude, but I don't want to see that, bro. That's just, it's a cool fight, but I don't want to see that. I want to see Andrew Ruiz in there with Luis Ortiz. Stop ducking that man. Stop ducking him and stop hiding. You didn't had, I think, like 3 opportunities they gave you to fight Luis Ortiz, and you turned them all down. It don't make no sense. Hey, Ruiz bet not get in there with no goddamn Vermaine Stavern. That nigga's washed up fresh off a spin cycle. If you talking about washed up Vermaine Stavern, that nigga washed up. And I don't like Vermaine Stavern. I can't stand that nigga. Like, I met him too. I don't like him at all. Mr. DBMH was happening with it. Let me see. Stan Schwartz say, don't nobody like a skilled southpaw with power, but Ruiz, he said, but Ruiz ducking hard like that. I don't know. Tay, I appreciate it, Tay. Hey, Tay, let me know, Tay, do you think that Andrew Ruiz is ducking Luis Ortiz or avoiding Luis Ortiz? Or is it just business? What you think, Tay? I want to get your perspective on this. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that he's avoiding Luis Ortiz? Or is it business that's stopping the fight from happening? And I'm getting ready to open the lines up too. Okay, yeah. Tay say he ducking. Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, you didn't have like at least 3 chances and you didn't turn them all down. Like that shit, man. He said, Pac-Man said he talked to Luis Ortiz team. That shit crazy. It's crazy. Now, I'm getting ready to open the phone lines up, but I'm going to tell y'all what the topic is. So I don't want nobody calling in, getting off a topic. We going to talk about Tank Davis and Rollie Romero, right? Now, the question that I have is Tank Davis and Rollie Romero a solid fight? Is this a fight that Tank Davis should be taking, right? And is this a fight? Well, we know that Tank Davis really ain't got so much say so, but see, this is the thing with me, right? You said no when they brought up, and this is from Tank Davis. So I'm gonna speak directly on Gervonta Tank Davis. I know that Floyd and Leonard be setting up his shit, but we're gonna focus directly on Gervonta Tank Davis and what that man said himself. So now we switching the subject. We talking about Tank and Rollie. Now, when Tank was asked about, Gary Russell Jr., he laughed and basically laughed him off like, Gary, who is Gary Russell? Gary Russell, don't nobody know him type of shit. What has he done type of shit? Don't nobody know him, right? Laugh. What has he done type of shit, right? Devin Haney. I ain't fighting Devin Haney. He a clout baby. What has Devin Haney done, right? So, and those are just 2 fighters. Those are just 2 fighters. Now, when you go, and then a lot of people like to use YouTube and like to use social media followers. A lot of people like to go to, well, such and such got so many followers on IG, right? Okay, well, Devin Haney got over 1 million followers on Instagram. Rollie Romero only has 100,000. So when it came to Devin Haney, you said he was just clout chasing and you ain't fighting Devin Haney. What has he done? Who he fought, right? That's what you said. So, like I said, we're gonna speak directly because we can use Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe, and yeah, that is a big factor. Is Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe, but we got to use what Tank Davis says when he's asked about some of these opponents. Now, he gave an excuse for Gary Russell. He gave an excuse for Devin Haney and other fighters, right? Other fighters, a lot of other fighters, he gave them all excuses and basically laughed them off and said they basically, in so many words, they haven't done nothing. They're not worthy of getting inside the ring with him. Now, Rolando Romero, he ain't fought nobody. The motherfucker look like shit when he fights. You dig what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody. He looked like shit when he fights. But when they tried to say, oh, this has been ordered, because we know that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe had, if the fight was ordered, we know that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe put that shit in play. They put that shit in play. Come on now. Tank is fighting for all the interim belt, for all of the secondary belts in each weight division that he moved to. And I fuck with Tank. But like I said, this is not hating on Tank. Before I open up these phone calls, because I'm gonna open up the lines and I'm gonna let y'all cook. But before I open up the lines, I'm gonna break down all of the circumstances surrounding everything, and then y'all can cook and y'all can give y'all opinion, right? But so we know that Tank is fought for every weight class he move around to. It's been like, secondary belts. Rollie got a secondary belt. Rollie ain't never fought nobody. He ain't never beat nobody. And when he did fight a decent opponent, he got his ass beat and they gave him a gift decision because it was a TMT promotional card. You know what I'm saying? And so we all seen that dude that beat the shit out of Rollie. Now, Rollie is nowhere on the level of popularity, ain't done what Devin Haney's done. He's nowhere on the popularity, ain't done what Gary Russell done. He ain't nowhere on the popularity, ain't even done what Pinkhead has done. What's his name? Chris Colbert. And we could just go on and on. It's not like that. It's hard for Tank Davis to get fights because all these dudes want to fight Tank. Ain't that's what Leonard Ellerbe? Tank Davis ain't got to worry about none of these. I mean, all these guys, they want Tank Davis. Tank Davis ain't worried about none of these guys. Tank, he the best fighter in the world. That's what Leonard say. So I gave y'all what Tank Davis has said when he's asked about these other opponents. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because when Tank Davis, when Rollie came up, it was no, well, Rollie ain't did nothing. Who is Rollie? Rollie don't deserve to be in the ring. It wasn't none of that. It was, okay, cool. Let's make it happen. I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. So the energy is at, when Rollie name came up, the energy was at 1,000. Okay, cool. Let's make it happen. He talking that shit. He want to fight me. Okay. He talking shit to the wrong person. He going to get what he wished for. The energy was different. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to some of these other guys, it's like, well, what have they done? What do they deserve to fight me? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who are they? And then the fans, such and such only got such and such followers on IG. Because I guess that means something to y'all. Well, Devin Haney got 1 million followers on IG. Devin Haney is a free agent, so that's a fight they could have made very easy. Pinkhead, Chris Colbert, he fight on Showtime. That's a fight they could have made easily. Gary Russell then called Tank Davis every name in the book. Call him out of his name, every name in the book. and said he'll move up to 135, been begging for that fight for years. That's another fight that could have been made easily, but then you pick Rollie. Does anybody think that any of those fighters that I named any of those fighters that I just named is Rollie as good as any of those fighters or better than any of those fighters? And I'll answer that question. Fuck no. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up the phone lines, and I'm gonna get y'all take on this. I'm gonna open up the phone lines and I'm gonna get y'all take on this. And let me see. Sheena, I appreciate you, Queen Sheena, in the Cash App. I appreciate you, Sheena. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm opening up the phone lines. I know it's a lot of comments in here. I can't, what I'm saying? I was cooking, so I couldn't read the comments. But the phone lines is now open. So call in and, y'all can cook on it. Don't take too long. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and then let the other caller, whoever else is calling in, let them, 2 minutes max. And I'm going to put a timer on y'all niggas because you ain't finna cook for 30 minutes and have the whole line held up. So let me know. What do y'all think about this Rollie Romero fight? And do y'all think that Tank Davis and his team is continuing to take easy fights on purpose? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this Roach from Houston.
What's happening with it?
Man, coolin', man. This is my second time calling in. This is about my 5th time watching. So I just want to cook with you real quick.
Yes, sir.
So I know, you got to be analytical about the situation. You're being deep about the situation, which I understand. We talking boxing and you know what you're talking about. But let's be real about the situation. We know why this is going on. Don't nobody want that smoke with Haney, man. And Tank is just another name you got to add to the list. Rollie Romero, he make it easy. He pop his shit. He not that good. So, hey, that's an easy motherfucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take that, and do your thing. That's what Tank thinking. We all know it. So, I'm going to just let it get back to you, man. Appreciate you taking the call. I will be watching.
I appreciate you calling in. Already. All right. Yes, sir. And like I said, the phone lines is open. Y'all more than welcome to call in and give me y'all take on this. Is Tank Davis, is him and Rollie, is that a good fight? Or is Tank, moving around, looking to pick up not vacant titles, but alphabet titles and taking easy fights? Because the energy, right? You got to keep it 100. The energy was not the same at all. The energy was not the same when it came to when, he had to talk about some of those other fighters. It wasn't the same. And even Vasyl Lomachenko, what happened to, I still want to see him fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Those are fighters that Tank Davis should be calling out. You ain't called out Vasyl Lomachenko. Why not? Why? I just want to wonder, why wasn't it any resistance when the name Rollie was brought up? It was no resistance. It was like, okay, well, shit, if he want this smoke, he gonna get this smoke. Why was it resistance when it came to Gary Russell Jr.? Why was it resistance when it came to Devin Haney? Why was it resistance when it came to Lomachenko? And this is just these are just facts that I'm speaking. I'm not making shit up just because I don't like Tank Davis or not. I'm a Tank Davis fan. The motherfucker is talented, but I'm not a fan of these guys that they put him in the ring with. See. Caller, what's good with it? Where you calling from? What's your name?
Man, this Coach, man.
What's happening with it? Coach in the building.
Man, you know damn well they not going to put him in there with somebody that he can definitely lose to, bro. I told you a long time ago, I I got Haney over everybody at 135.
Right. You always rocking with Haney.
Right. So, I really like this fight though. And the reason I like this fight is because I want to see Rollie get beat up.
Yeah, right. I want to see him get his ass whooped too.
That's my main reason, because Rollie talked too much. He talked too reckless, bro. He talked too reckless. And he always talking shit, and I just want to see him get humbled, bro, because he really believe he that good. I think the boy is mildly retarded, but for real, but
Yeah, he on that level. Hey, coach, he on that level. He you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He wasn't riding on the bus with all the normal kids.
Yeah, bro. Something ain't right with that dude, man.
Yeah, he on that level.
So I just want to see him get beat up, bro. I want to take the beat up. And the fight is easy to make because they both under Mayweather promotion. So, it's easy to make that fight easy, bro.
Right. I agree with you. I do want to.
They doing it.
I agree with you, coach. I want to see him get his ass beat, but I don't want to see that fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
I mean, why not?
Because it's not.
I mean, I want to see him. I want to see Tank against Haney. I want to see Tank against Lomachenko. I want to see him against. We know Teofimo not getting in there with him.
Right.
So I mean, I'm more upset with Haney not getting a Ryan Garcia and or the Jojo Diaz fight. Now that's some bullshit right there. But
right. I'm pissed about that
on
too.
That level right now, bro.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say, Keith.
All right, coach, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So y'all call in and give me y'all take on this situation, man. I'm not feeling it, And Joe Robinson, salute to you in that Cash App, man. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it because, I mean, let's see. What's good with it, caller? State your name, where you calling from.
What's good? It's 81.
What's good with the 817? Hello?
Yeah.
All right, we can't hear you. We can hear you now.
I was just gonna say it's the business of boxing that's keeping you from getting them fights. Floyd don't want to make no money with Gary because Gary called him out. So, that's what kind of kills the fight with him and Gervonta because it'll sell. There's no reason why that fight shouldn't happen other than Gary called Floyd out. Business of boxing. With Lomachenko and Gervonta, we know that fight should have been done happen a long time ago. But Floyd don't really want to put no money in Bob's pocket. What would be ideal is if we had these sanctioning bodies, if they wasn't so much on the bullshit, they could do kind of what the WBO did, and when these fighters are in the same weight class and they fighting another bullshit fighter or whatever, and they close in ranking, just go ahead and mandate that these fighters fight. Just like they did Sean Porter and Bud. That's the only way we really gonna get these fights, besides the fighter stepping outside today's norms and challenging their motherfucking self. Because we all know that the fight for Tank and Haney wouldn't do nothing but really enhance their careers. It wouldn't set them back. It would enhance them. I don't know why they ain't on the rematch trilogy type thing because, all the greats that we all look up to all did those things. So that's what it is, Keon. We all want to see Rollie get beat up. He talk a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? He rode in the cage on the short bus for real. He the one that when it was time for him to read, everybody leaned back like, damn, man, why she call on him to read?
Right.
Come in to get back in the chat, man. Tank is great. But I think it's more Floyd than Tank holding him back from getting the fights that we want to see.
Right. Okay. All right. Appreciate you calling in, 817. Hello? Hello? I think he gone. But yeah. I mean, but see, that's why I broke it down like I did to y'all before I opened up the phone line. You dig what I'm saying? Because yeah, we could keep blame Floyd, but then we got a whole tank to some type of some of this shit too. Because when them other fighters is named, he making excuses to why he shouldn't have to fight them. But then Rollie, it's like, okay, let's make it happen. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, we know it's Floyd and Leonard when it comes down to it, but Tank he got to give different energy when he has the ability, right, and the chance to talk about these other fighters. Why are you making an excuse to why you shouldn't have to fight Gary? Why are you making an excuse why you shouldn't have to fight Devin Haney? You know what I'm saying? And so on. Caller, what's happening with it? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My boy Key. Hey, this Smooth Groove boxing from Oak Cliff, America.
What's happening with it, Smooth Groove?
My boy. Hey man, you know what, man? We're gonna cut through the motherfucking chase, man. Right? We're gonna blame all the niggas. All of them. Floyd, Leonard fucking Ellaby, and fucking Tank too. All of them. They're all incorrect. They're all in the same fucking boat, bro. You want to blame somebody? We're gonna blame every last one of them motherfuckers, man. Cause let me tell you something, man. They know what. Let me tell you, look. Whenever Floyd was moving like that, fighting the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? It was a time and a place for that shit for him at that time. You know what I'm saying? That was his era, our era back then. Right now, bro, boxing changed, bro. The landscape has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's our era now, bro. That's us. We want to see our brothers fighting each other. And Tank, you a part of that shit, bro. You a part of the fucking problem. We can all blame motherfucking me, and Ellaby, and fucking Floyd, and we can all blame Tank. But we need to blame all the motherfuckers, ETB. It's all their fault, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We got to hold Tank feet to the fire just like we do Floyd in them, because with Tank ain't coming out saying, no, I don't want to fight Rollie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They need to put me in the ring with such and such. They need to put me in the ring with Devin Haney. He free. Like, what's up with that? Yeah. Like, you could do that.
Yeah, man, yeah. But you know what's so cold about it, though, man, is I would never think that Tank would move like this, man. I mean, say, man, hey, man, this shit amazes me, bro. One of the, bro, I can't call him no fucking star no more, bro. It's most of everybody that look, let me tell you something. I peeped the play, bro. I peeped the play, right? Where they got Tank fighting at all the time, man? In fucking Atlanta. Well, a bunch of black folks that, as casual fans, that like to see black people knock motherfuckers out. What we all do? But, man, after a while, that shit get old, man. With people that ain't no motherfucking casual fans, that shit get old. We start looking at it the wrong type of way. We start looking at your ass side-eye. And now look how we look at that boy. Would you ever think we would look at Tank the way we look at Tank? Yeah, I know you, ETB.
Nah, hell no. Hell no. And I'm on record saying that I think Tank, like, I'll favor Tank over Haney. And I know a lot of people don't, but I favor him over Haney because I got my reasons.
Me too. I agree with you, bro. Me too. I favor him over all of them, bro. But it's the thing, though. Listen, it's kind of hard to favor a motherfucker that won't fight the motherfucker. Now, damn. I respect Devin Haney, bro. This motherfucker want to fight everybody and their uncle. You know what I'm saying? He calling them out, bro. I just don't get it, man. I know everybody want to call in. I'm going to get the fucking way, man. I want to tell you, I love you, my boy. No homo. I'm going to support the grind, support the channel. Hey, I'm here every day, my boy.
Yes,
every day.
You already know, Smooth Groove, man. Much love to you. I appreciate you, man. Always appreciate you.
I'm going back to the chat. I'm going to hit you some up the cash app, and I'm going to cuss these whole ass niggas out every chance I get. Yeah.
Already. Salute.
All right, my boy.
I bet. Yeah, like, you know, and a lot of people, oh, you just a Tank Davis hater. Nah. When I talk this boxing shit, I gotta keep it 100 all the way around the board. I don't like what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, he moved up to 140 and fought Barrios. Barrios was ranked number 12 in the division, right? And I think by the time he fought Tank, they moved him up to like number 7. You dig what I'm saying? Barrios had looked like trash in the fight that he had fought before Tank, and he lost that fight. They gave him, and I bet on Barrios to win that fight, and I was like, man, this motherfucker didn't fuck my bet up. He lost. He got his ass beat, and you know how boxing go. They pulled the fuckery, and they robbed dude that beat the shit out of Barrios, and they gave it to Barrios. Barrios is not a top 140 pounder. It cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool because but they was able to sell it because it was kind of like, oh, well, it's a David and Goliath. But everybody, like me from the jump, I even bet I bet my man 503 Lion. I said, man, 503 Tank gonna knock this motherfucker out. Ain't no way Barrios gonna beat Tank. Miggy Live says you're not biased like all these other channels, but hey, you could let most of these dudes tell you I'm biased. But when I talk about everybody equally, but let most of these dudes tell you I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? You said you got Cruz over Haney. Cruz, what Cruz you talking about? Eastside Cruz? Eastside Cruz ain't beating Devin Haney. If that's who you're talking about. Eastside Cruz ain't beating Devin Haney. He not beating Devin Haney, and I'm gonna tell you why. Devin Haney boxed the shit out of him. Eastside Cruz, he's too slow for Devin Haney. Devin Haney will move around him and box his head off. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't rely on just like trying to corner him and hit him with one big shot. Like Eastside Cruz, he cool, but you know what I'm saying? He can't, yeah. Or I think that's his name. His name is Eastside Cruz, the short Hispanic dude that's built like, you know, stocky built. Yeah, but like I just, you know, I can't, like I continue to tell y'all, Tank Davis, he jumped off the porch way back in 2017, in the beginning of 2017. That's when he fought what's his name? That's when he won his first title. That's when Tank won his first title in the beginning of 2017. Hold on. What's good with it, caller? State your name, where you calling from.
What's good, man? It's Free Smoke, man. Calling from Chicago, Illinois, man.
What's happening with it?
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, but we can't forget that Leonard Ellis said that Tank picked Mario. He didn't even want Mario. We can't forget that. So Tank can pick some of the fights want to fight in.
But see, Leonard Ellerby was lying. Leonard Ellerby lied when he said that Tank picked Mario Barrios, because Tank spoke about it, and Tank was like, shit, I don't know. That's just who they pick for me, and you know, I just fight who they give me. So Leonard Ellerby was saying that Tank, see, that was a part of the build up to the fight, because they was trying to make it like, oh, well, Tank wanted to fight somebody big, and we tried to tell Tank don't fight Mario Barrios, and he insisted, nah. And I actually talked to somebody privately that works with Tank Davis, and I'm not gonna say if it was a he or a she, but the person told me, and they grew, you know, known Tank Davis since he was little, worked hand in hand with Tank Davis in Mayweather Promotions. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the name, but I talked to them privately, and they told me that Leonard Ellerby and Floyd Mayweather handpicked Mario Barrios for Tank Davis. They brought that fight to Tank Davis and said, you know, yeah, do this. So yeah, that was a lot.
That definitely sounds like something there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna fall back to the chat, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the support.
Okay, one love, bro.
Already. Yeah, but you know, in that situation, you know, Leonard Ellerby, that's him doing his job as a promoter. I don't have no problem with that. promoters gonna lie and they gonna do whatever they got to do to hype up the fight. But in this Rollie Romero fight is their doing. I know that Tank Davis ain't said, hey, give me Rollie for my next fight. Tank didn't want to fight him, but all I'm saying is that Tank, right? When it's brought up, you supposed to say the same shit that you saying about these other guys. Well, I don't want to fight Rollie. What has he done? Who is Rollie? Don't nobody know who he is. The same shit that you saying about Gary Russell and Devin Alexander. You should have been like, well, Rollie is just a clout chaser. I ain't fighting him. He ain't on my fucking level. Now you got, right? You got Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and it was Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and Chris Colbert. They was all on live, right? They was all together on the IG live, and they was all laughing and clowning on Rollie. Like, man, Rollie's a fucking bomb. Chris Colbert was like, man, this dude is, have you seen him? They was like, man, Tank gonna kill this dude. Have you seen him? This is who Tank is fighting next. They was like, man, Rollie is a bomb. Rollie is gonna get his ass killed. And they was like, man, have you actually watched Rollie fight? Have you seen? He's garbage. They was talking bad about him. So, like, that's even comedy to, you know, his other fighters, to the other boxers that's, you know, around him. They laughing about that shit. And Smooth Groove Boxing, salute, always showing love and support to the channel, always supporting the grind. He said, for the grind, respect and love, you already know how we do. There you go talking that boxing again. You know what I'm saying? There you go talking that boxing again. Yeah, I salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Much love. T-Bibbs 100. What it do, T-Bibbs? Hey, T-Bibbs, man, you're gonna have to put a little wager on the on the fight between Porter and Bud Crawford, because I know you got Bud knocking him out. I already got I already got a bet. Well, I might as well tell y'all right now. So I'm gonna break some news to y'all right now. Well, I'll break the news. I'll break the news after this call. Caller, what's happening with it? Where you calling from? What's your name?
What's happening, bros? DP Rock out of Cincinnati, man.
What's good with it?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to call in and holler at you, man, and say, look, I think the days of all these fighters trying to fight each other, the days over with, man. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like let him go in there, fight Rollie, get it over with, and then what's going to happen next? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just let him get it over with. You know, he already done, you know what I'm saying, decided to got a lot of fighting. Let him get it over with. Let him whoop him. And then what? Now, you know, the ball is in court. They're in his court. But as far as like all these fighters fighting each other, I don't think it's going to happen again, man. I just can't see it.
It don't look like it. It sure don't look like all these fighters going to fight each other.
Nah, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's scared to lose these O's, and it's ridiculous. I mean, to me, you know, but... And I think social media played a big part in it. That's why they, you know, front like they want to be, you know, the next big thing. But when it comes down really to it, man, these fighters don't want to fight each other. They stand away from each other, bro.
Yeah, they sure do. You right about that shit.
I just wish that, man, you know, okay, he got to fight dude, go in there, you know, whoop him, get it over with, whether it's one round or whatever, let it happen, and then we move on to the next fight. Because there's always going to be something said after that. I think all of them should be fighting, but you know, it's sad. We just can't be paying for this crap. You know what I'm saying? We just, hey, who he fighting who? All right, whatever. I ain't paying for it.
Right. That's right. You 100% right about that shit. That's why I tell people all the time. I think a lot of the fans is the part of the problem too, because if they like a fighter, like say if they like a fighter, they like, well, shit, I'm gonna pay for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we should get to the point. If a fighter keep fighting bullshit ass fight after bullshit ass fight, as a fan, we should come to the, you know, point to where we like, man, you know what? I like him, but I'm not going to support this shit because they're going to continue to do this shit if I continue to support it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already said it, bro. If it ain't Earl Spence or Wilder, I'm not messing with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, I mean, those are the, you know, fighters I like to watch. But just because they throwing us this crap, man, we ain't got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we can talk about it. I love talking about it in the chat or whatever. But, you know, I just can't, you know, condone this, man. The days of the yesteryears are over, bro. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about that, man. These dudes don't want to fight against each other, bro.
Right, right. Nah, that's real
but
talk.
Yeah, I just want to check in, man. I'm in the chat, man. I'm all of that shit, man. You know I rock with you all day, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support.
No doubt, man. Y'all take it easy.
Already. Yeah, so and my man Renee Box Young in the building. What's happening with it, Renee? So look, y'all make sure that y'all go sub to Renee Box Young. Go show his channel some love and support. Go sub to him. Nitty G in the building. What's happening with it? T-Bibbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the announcement now. So me and Bomac, we got a bet. I ain't gonna tell y'all how much that's our business. I'm gonna tell y'all how much we bet. But me and Bomac got a bet. And if Terrence Crawford knocks out Sean Porter, I gotta pay Bomac whatever we bet. But if Sean Porter don't get knocked out, Bomac gotta pay me. So me and Terrence Crawford trainer Bomac, we got a bet that we locked in. We both agreed on the bet. So yeah. And the deal is that we got to pay each other the night of the fight. So I told him I'll go to the fight and you know, we gonna go ahead and, you know, make that exchange the night of the fight. So yeah. But anyway, let me see. Dundada 557. He said, "What promoter? I thought Haney just became a free agent. He could sign multi-fight deal with Top Rank. They got all the lightweights. Yeah, he could, but I don't think he want to lock himself in with Top Rank because he like working with Eddie. So Haney is a free agent. Haney can do whatever he want to do. He can, you know what I'm saying? But he still works with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? To his choice, he can make that choice to do what he want to do. But this is the thing, y'all." Devin Haney and Tank Davis, this would have been a perfect time to make that fight, and it's an easy fight to make. Imagine you put Devin Haney and Tank Davis and take them to Atlanta. Put Devin Haney and Tank Davis and take them to Atlanta. That shit finna do stupid numbers. But you rather take that's the easy route. This is my opinion. They are taking the easy route. And Tank Davis, he's not giving no resistance to it. He's not showing no resistance to taking the easy route. Rollie is the easy route. It's no way in hell that Tank should be okay with fighting Rollie Romero at this stage of his career. And I keep telling y'all, we can't demand Devin Haney who is Devin Haney fight. He need to be fighting the best. We can't be talking shit about Teofimo Lopez and saying he ducking this guy and he need to be fighting such and such. We can't be saying the same shit about Ryan Garcia. He needs to fight such and such. What is he doing? And this and that. And all of these other up and coming young fighters that's a lot younger than Tank, we can't be on their helmet, but then turn around and be okay with Tank Davis fighting Rollie and the opponents that he been, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Leo Santa Cruz is cool. It's cool. Even though Leo Santa Cruz was a tailor-made opponent for him, but that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? We got to look at your resume overall and what you've been doing overall in your resume. We can't, we got to keep it 100. Just because we like Tank, we can't hold him to a whole different standard, and then we do these other fighters. So what would I look like saying that, Teofimo Lopez need to get off that bullshit And Teofimo Lopez needs to stop ducking Devin Haney when Teofimo Lopez, right? And it's true. I feel that way. But then come and tell you that, oh, well, it's cool. Tank ain't got to Tank, you know what I'm saying? Tank is a star. He don't got to fight. Tank don't, you know what I'm saying? It's okay for him to fight Rollie. You can't do that. If you're going to keep the energy, you got to keep that same energy for all of them. So how can you say, because a lot of people be saying shit about Teo, but when you look at Teofimo's resume, he fought Richard Coleman. He fought Nakatani. He fought Lomachenko. You see what I'm saying? He's fought those guys. So we can't say that shit about a certain group of fighters and then let it be okay for Tank Davis. And then, or get on Devin Haney and say that Devin Haney ain't fought nobody but Linares and Devin Haney ain't did this, but then say it's okay for, you know what I'm saying, Tank Davis to go fight the fights that he fighting, but then want these other guys that's 4 and 5 years younger than him to be fighting the best in the world. And even the fight that Ryan, we talk a lot of shit about Ryan Garcia, right? We talk about Ryan Garcia a lot. But Ryan Garcia is fighting a tough-ass opponent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he should be fighting Devin Haney. But Ryan Garcia, he fighting Jojo Diaz. Tank Davis still ain't fought a fighter in his weight division that's as good as Jojo Diaz. That's real talk. I mean, to me, Jojo Diaz, the stylistic matchup, he's a more dangerous fight than Leo Santa Cruz. To me, Jojo Diaz beats Leo Santa Cruz. So I think that even Ryan Garcia is taking a much tougher fight than Tank Davis is. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking shit about that fight because both of them were supposed to be fighting Devin Haney, but let's keep it real. That's a tougher fight. Hold on. Caller, what's good? Where you calling from? What's your name?
What's good, my guy, Keon?
What's happening, Renee Box Young?
What's going on, my guy?
What's good with it, Renee?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you good.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, just give a couple cents, give my 2 cents on this concerning this whole thing with Tank Davis. You're definitely right, bro. 100%, man. We got to be 100 with all these guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes we tend to, as boxing fans, incline to and give more respect concerning, Tank Davis and his accolades, which I don't take anything away from, but and we tend to discredit, Teofimo, because I understand, man. Teofimo, he's been acting like a clown lately, dancing around in the ring. He kind of reminds me like Usyk, of Usyk dancing around, and I get it, entertainment, blah, blah, blah. I think he got kind of big-headed, but I've been saying for a minute also, man, that I got to give Teofimo his respect just about Lomachenko, what he did against Lomachenko, beat him, Comey, knocked him out. I mean, beautiful stuff, man. Nakatani, I know that was a slim decision, but we got to give him respect, definitely, man, concerning Teofimo Lopez. I just hope, I hope the best for Teofimo, even though, like I said, he's been acting kind of weird, but hey, my respect to Teofimo, and we got to see that, like you said, Keon. We got to see that in Tank. We're yet to see that in Tank. I definitely give Tank credit also for fighting Barrios, man. Great fight, step up to 140, but now it's time. I hope, I made a video some time ago about it, man. I hope that the objective is, Mario Barrios, okay, I get it. Taylor, go knock out that, go take that mandatory out of the way, and then go for undisputed, Tank. Go for greatness, man. I would love that. I would love that. We see, and I understand there's a counter argument. People saying, oh, these guys are young, they can still fight in the future. But until when do we have to wait? You're definitely right. And Ryan Garcia, like you just said a moment ago. Yeah, and there's reasons why Ryan Garcia has been criticized so much. When WBC ordered Fortuna, everybody knows the story. We don't have to overkill it. And, all the things that, Ryan Garcia has done before the Fortuna ordered fight by WBC. But I got to give him respect, too, to Ryan Garcia for fighting Campbell. Put up a wonderful fight in Campbell, great opponent, according to Ryan Garcia's, trajectory in the sport. I mean, he's still got a ways to go, of course, but fighting Campbell and beating him like he did, definite respect. You know what I'm saying? Definite respect. And I don't agree. I got to repeat. I don't agree how they act sometimes, how they try to hype themselves up a lot. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do respect these guys. You know, and like you just said, Keon, he's about to fight Jojo Diaz. Even though we all know, you know what I'm saying, both of these guys, Jojo Diaz should fight Haney. That should have been next. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. Ryan Garcia, he should have fought Haney already, but it is what it is, man. But I think this is a great fight. No one's really talking about it. I was going to make a video on that too, talking about Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia. That's a great fight, man. So hopefully Ryan Garcia doesn't get sketchy on us, you know what I'm saying, and pull out of nowhere, but I doubt he will. I think he really does want to come back, and I'm definitely going to give him a chance, man. I definitely want to tune into that fight, Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia. It's going to be a great stuff. You know, Jojo Diaz is no joke, and a lot of people don't even talk about Jojo Diaz. Why is that?
Yeah, man, he's a solid-ass fighter. Jojo Diaz can fight.
That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people don't even talk about him, man. I mean, that boy deserves some respect. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Keon, I don't want to take up your time, man. Thanks so much, man. And I'm going to continue here tuning in background, all right? Thanks so much, man. Much love.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love. I appreciate you. Yeah, so we have to, all I'm saying is we have to keep the same energy all around the board. Yeah, it's fighters that I'm big fans of, but I come on here and I got to talk about them. If they doing great things, I'm going to talk about that they doing great things. If they doing some bullshit, I got to talk about it. That's my only duty, is to keep it real, you know, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I don't know. I'm a fan of boxing because when it's no more Tank left, I'm still gonna be a fan of boxing. When it's no more, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they fans of fighters, but you gotta be, if you're a real fan, you're a fan of the sport of boxing, not just that fighter. If that was so, when, you know, Roy Jones and Holyfield retired, I wouldn't even be watching boxing no more. If I was just a fan of a boxer. Santos said, they said Leo Santa Cruz was too small, so he fights Mario Barrios bigger. Think about it. I just think that they scouted out Mario Barrios. From what I heard behind the scenes, they scouted Mario Barrios, man. Mario Barrios had just lost his fight before he fought Tank. He had lost to a guy that only had 7 fights. He beat the shit out of Mario Barrios. Yeah, Mario Barrios got a robbery win, but he lost that fight. And it's so many fighters at 130 and 135. It's so many fighters at 130 and 135. I think, and I seen somebody say that Santa Cruz is much better than Jojo Diaz. I gotta disagree. Santa Cruz got better accolades than Jojo Diaz, but when you talk about 130 pounds, 135 pounds, Jojo Diaz, to me, ever since Santa Cruz moved up, Santa Cruz didn't never look good when he moved up in weight. He really didn't. He didn't look that good when he moved up in weight. So, I mean, when I'm talking about for Tank Davis stylistically, Jojo Diaz is a much more difficult fight for Tank Davis than Santa Cruz. You dig what I'm saying? Jojo Diaz is a much difficult fight for Tank Davis than Santa Cruz. Now, do I pick Tank to beat Jojo Diaz? Yeah, I do pick Tank to beat Jojo Diaz. But it wouldn't be no easy fight for him because Jojo Diaz ain't no punk and Jojo Diaz ain't finna lay down for nobody. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a competitive fight, a highly competitive fight. You know, Butter B say Tank don't have control of his career until he stands up like a man. His shit going to be sour. Well, when you put money in front of some people's face, you know what I'm saying? Some people will shut their mouth for bread. It's all gonna come down to if he wants to continue to, go about his career like he's been doing, or if he wants to, become or test himself to be great. To really, because Leonard Ellerbe can call you the best fighter in the world and you the greatest thing, you know what I'm saying, since Sugar Ray Robinson. He can say that shit all you want to. You have to be in the fights and prove that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? You can say anything you want to say with a pair of lips. That don't mean shit. And just because, yeah, you are a star, but are you a star because you had the best fights? Are you a star for the same reason that Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones, Tommy Hearns, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, and so on, Julio Cesar Chavez, Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Are you a star for the same reasons that they're a star? Are you a star just because, they was able to build your name from being around Mayweather and, other things like that, social media? Because this is boxing. So are you a star for fighting the best and being in some great fights? Because 15 years from now, if you continue the path, so if Tank Davis continue the path that he's on and say he retired 5 years from now, but he still didn't fight none of the top elite opponents that we wanted him to fight, 15 years from now, nobody's going to remember Tank Davis, not boxing fans, because you don't remember. You remember when time goes on, your legacy, you remember these fighters for great fights that they've been in. You see what I'm saying? When you think back, the first thing you think of is a fight that they've been in. You know what I'm saying? When you think of De La Hoya, the first thing you think of is certain fights. You might think, some people might think of when he went and beat up Chavez. Some people might think of him when he went and lost to Floyd Mayweather in a close fight. Some people might think of Oscar when he got dropped by a body shot and you know what I'm saying, got stopped by a body shot with Bernard Hopkins. Some people might think about, you know what I'm saying, him when he beat Trinidad. It just all depends. But they thinking about him because he been in great fights, win, lose, or draw. Holyfield. Some people might think about when Holyfield beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Some people might think about Holyfield when he got, you know what I'm saying, stopped by Riddick Bowe. But you thinking of him because he had great fights. These guys that if you go to BoxRec, it's guys that we knew about, but we forgot about, that only had, you know what I'm saying, that retired and might not even had a loss on their record, right? But we don't know who the fuck they are because we don't remember them, because they didn't do nothing great for us to remember. I'm going to tell y'all right now, 15 years from now, nobody ain't going to remember Mario Barrios like that. Telling you. So that's all I'm saying. As a boxing fan, we got to get off of, oh well, you know, he's this and you know what I'm saying, he sells out this and you know, we gotta want to see the best fight the best. Miggy Live, Oscar De La Hoya did not beat Mayweather. I mean, if you want to say that to make yourself feel better, that's cool, but he didn't beat Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He didn't beat Mayweather. Throwing a whole bunch of fucking pity pat punches and not landing shit, that's not gonna win you a fight, bro. Yeah. Let me see. Santos say Tank resume. He looked like he fight off the critics. You talking about when you say that he fought, you know, a small Leo Santa Cruz and then came back and fought, you know, a big guy like Barrios. But that was put in play by all of those fights that we talking about, right? The Leo Santa Cruz, the Barrios, what's his name? Gamboa, Leo Santa Cruz, Barrios. All of those fights were strategically picked out for Tank Davis because Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby, they sit down with a list of opponents and they go down the list and see, okay, what can we sell taking the least resistance for Tank? What fight can we sell? You know what I'm saying? That could still sell taking the least resistance. And now that they see that Tank in Atlanta or Tank in the DMV area, they see that Tank can sell. It don't matter who they put Tank in the ring with. And Leonard Ellaby, he said that. He said most of the, when Leonard Ellaby told y'all, if you go watch the interview, he said most of these people in this arena, they have no idea who Mario Barrios is. He said they've never heard of Mario Barrios before. They don't have no idea who he is. They didn't come to see no Mario Barrios. They came to see Tank Davis, and they don't care who he in the ring with. They came to see a knockout. So that's what Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather do. They know that Tank has a market to where he's going to sell whoever they put him in the ring. So they choose to put him in the ring with the least resistant opponent that they look at and they scout out, and they big or small. Because just because somebody's bigger than you, right? Just because a Barrios is bigger than Tank, it's still, when they look at that fight on paper, when they scout that fight, when they scout Barrios, right? They don't got to scout Tank. They know what Tank does. They know that what Tank does well. They know what type of fighters Tank does well against. They see Tank sparring big guys like Mario Barrios, beating the shit out of him and sparring all the time. So they see Mario Barrios. They say, okay, he's a big guy. He don't hit that hard. He stay right in front of you. Oh yeah, Tank can beat him. That's a good look. Let's make it a David versus Goliath type of pay-per-view. We can sell that. Tank got a fan base that's gonna buy anything anyway that he do. So we're gonna sell that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have him face off. We're gonna have dude towering over Tank and Tank looking up at him. That's gonna sell. That's because they know that Tank Davis has a lot. He told you. He said, shit, they're casual. They fans that don't know shit about boxing. So of course they filled up that arena because they know Tank Davis. It's all they don't know boxing. They don't know who the fuck Barrios is, but they can sell it. That's a business tactic. A great business strategy by Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby. Is it great for boxing? No. Is it great for boxing fans? No. Should Tank Davis come to should he get tired of that shit and like, you know what? I appreciate y'all for what y'all done. I got a lot of money now. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't want to fight none of these dudes that y'all picking for me no more. I want to fight who I want to fight. I want to pick the opponents that I want to fight. At some point in time, you got to do that because, like I said before, y'all can say what you want, but he had no problem telling you why Devin Haney don't deserve a fight with him. The energy was different when it was Devin Haney. The energy was different when it was Gary Russell Jr. and some of these other guys. Why he ain't say that about Rollie? Why he ain't say, look, Rollie, why y'all want me to fight him? He don't deserve a fight with me. So, I mean, you know, that's just what I'm saying. Blue Blood Sports TV off in the building. What's happening with it, Blue? Salute to you, Blue. Butterbeat, yeah, man, I'm just saying, man, we gotta, as boxing fans, man, we gotta start moving better. I know I love Tank. I love to see Tank in the ring. I love the knockouts. I like to watch what Tank do outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? I love his story, how he came up from the mud. But at some point in time, we got to put that all aside and say, okay, what fights are you giving us? So yeah, Cursive, salute to you. But yeah, so y'all make sure that if you haven't hit my like button, make sure that y'all smash on the like button. We had another great call-in show today. I appreciate everybody for calling in. I appreciate everybody that sent, super chats and sent money to the Cash App supporting the grind. I appreciate y'all. Santos said we didn't hear nothing from Tank's mouth when Keith was yapping. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to say anything about Keith Thurman. And that's another thing people doing, right? People are trying to throw Tank Davis into a fire that's too heavy for him. People you trying to kick Tank Davis in certain put him against certain fighters, like putting him up against Keith Thurman, that's wrong. Why I mean, I know why Leonard Ellaby did it, to get his name jumping out there, but come on now. That man ain't moving up to fight no Keith Thurman. You never heard Tank Davis say nothing about Keith Thurman. And I think that Tank Davis did exactly what he was supposed to do, not speak on Keith Thurman. Tank Davis was like, damn, y'all think I'm, what I'm saying? Y'all think I could beat anybody, huh? Like he said something to that degree when he responded, but he ain't say nothing about Keith Thurman. He shouldn't have. And then people trying to throw him up against Josh Taylor. Tank Davis has never mentioned Josh Taylor's name. And I don't look at Tank Davis and say that he should be fighting Josh Taylor, because he clearly told you that he's not a 140-pound fighter. Him, out of his mouth, he says, I'm not 140. He said, nah, I want to fight at 130 or 135. That's where I want to fight at. So he's letting y'all know, yeah, his fans and media can pit him against Josh Taylor because the story sounds good. That's a story that sounds good that we can all cook on, and but in reality, no, you can't stop putting him. If a man is not telling you that he wants to do these things himself, we can't just kick him in. You know what I'm saying? That's just like somebody that that don't want to fight. Right, but you pushing them out in the crowd and you trying to make them fight, but they don't want to. And I'm not saying that, but so what I'm saying is Tank Davis, that's not his weight division. So I'm not on here telling you that he needs to go fight Josh Taylor and he needs to move up and fight Keith Thurman. No, he don't. That is not his weight division. Let's hold him to a certain standard that we hold Devin Haney and all these other fighters, Teofimo Lopez. Let's hold Tank Davis to that same standard, but in his weight division, not at 140, in his weight division. I understand why he went to 140. It's because Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather picked that out for him. Once you understand why he went to 140, that's why, Love him down, Gather. What's happening with it? He says Keon did when Regis lost to Taylor. Tank said he would KO Taylor, then went back and forth. Oh yeah, well, man, come on, bro. But then he went back on his word though. He was like, I don't want to fight at 140. I want to fight at 130 and 135. Blue Blood says, nah, King. He called out Josh Taylor after Taylor beat Regis Prograis. Yeah, you right, and I forgot about that, y'all. I forgot about that. He called out Josh Taylor, but I mean, that's another thing. See, I forgot that he called out Josh Taylor on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a minute ago. That was a long time ago. But recently, he wasn't saying nothing about Josh Taylor. So, yeah, y'all are right. He did call out Josh Taylor way back then. But recently, once he tests the waters, see, Blue Blood, once Tank Davis tests the waters at 140, what he came back and said, nope, I'm not a 140-pound fighter. I want to fight I'll be fighting at 130 and 135. And then what did Leonard Ellaby say? Straight out told everybody he won't be fighting at 140. When they was asking him about Josh Taylor, he said no. Tank is going to be going back down. He's going to be fighting at 130 and 135. And he said the only way that Tank will fight at 140 if it's the right fight. That's what he said. He said Tank Davis, yeah, only if that's not his division. He said if it's the right fight, we'll fight it. And the right fight means that if they find another Mario Barrios, they got a belt that they maybe can move up and make a big fight with and take. But Josh Taylor ain't a Mario Barrios. So he was telling you right then and there, no. We ain't fighting no Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once he moved up to 140 and fought Barrios, and then people was really because before he was at 130. See, before when he was back and forth with Josh Taylor, he could do that, right? Because it's like the dude that's talking big shit, but he got the screen door, you know what I'm saying, in between them. He got bars in between them, and he talking shit through the screen door. So he's safe. So before Tank Davis was able to do that, he was more trolling because at that time he was still at 130 pounds, 135 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So he was, I could, if I moved up to 140, because if you really believe that, you would have been in the media, right? Telling Floyd and Leonard to move you up to 140 to fight Josh Taylor. Yeah. But see, when you really got moved up to 140, you ain't say nothing about no Josh Taylor. And so at that point in time, it was us, you know what I'm saying? It was us, the media, and it was, fans that was trying to basically kick Tank Davis into that, you know what I'm saying? Kick Tank Davis into that fight. We were trying to boot him into the fight, and he kept running back. We were trying to put him out there in the crowd when we know that ain't what he really wanted. And let's just keep it 100. So these guys, it was like I said, it's no excuse for Tank Davis to be fighting Rollie and not be fighting Devin Haney. They could have made that Devin Haney fight very easy. Devin Haney became a free agent just so he could make fights like that. Come on, make it make sense to me. But he called off Devin Haney a long time ago and let them know that he wasn't fighting him. But like I said, we go off of Instagram followers, don't we? That's what we go off of. Well, Devin Haney got over 1 million Instagram followers, and Rollie got 100K. Enough said. If that's what y'all want to go off of, which is quite goofy to me, but Santos says Mario Barrios is planning on going up to 147 after Davis fight. I don't think so anymore. Mario Barrios is just a bait. He's cool, man. He's a solid, straight up and down fighter. He's a solid. He's the type of fighter that Tank Davis put hands on and sparring all the time. But we're not gonna act like Tank Davis didn't have a lot of problems with Mario Barrios. Like, see, that's what people is not mentioning. Tank Davis didn't just walk through Mario Barrios like that. Mario Barrios gave Tank Davis a lot of problems. That fight it ultimately turned out how it was supposed to turn out with Tank Davis getting the KO. But for the most part, that fight wasn't going like it was supposed to. Like that when they scouted Mario Barrios for Tank Davis, they didn't want the fight to happen like that. They didn't see that fight taking place like that, right? And you could tell by the way that Floyd Mayweather was reacting. Floyd Mayweather was very nervous in that corner. You know what I'm saying? He was scared. And I know why he was scared, because he had put a lot of money on it. I know that feeling. He had put a lot of money on it, and the fight wasn't turning out like you know what I'm saying, like they had drawn it up to turn out on paper. It wasn't. Now, like I said, it eventually got there. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank was just better than him all around. Tank was better than him all around. Love him down together. Mark Ambrose says, nah, Key, I did see it your way. The protecting Haney. Mark Ambrose says they are protecting Haney from Tank. Floyd already said that's not allowed. He's not allowing them to fight. What you mean? What you mean? They can't be protecting Haney from Tank because Haney been calling out Tank for the longest. Bill Haney been calling out Tank. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't protecting Haney from Tank. I don't agree with that, bro. Haney want all the smoke. One thing I can say about that young boy, he want all the smoke. Love him down. Gotta say, Floyd already said he not fighting Haney. Damn, Floyd giving Haney pointers. That should show he not fighting Haney. Yeah, they don't have no type of intent putting Haney in there with Tank. I mean, or Tank in there with Haney. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Hit that like button if you ain't already hit the like button. Sylvester 2011 say Tank Davis is a very good boxer and has tremendous punch power, but he needs to step up in there with some bigger names next year. Yeah, definitely. I agree with everything you said. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We've been on here for 2.5 hours cooking on this Friday. We got a great fight tomorrow. I think tomorrow I might do a live show and do a live commentary of the fight, of the main event tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I might do a live show, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all can come in here with me and we could, you know, watch the fight. Of course, we can't have no footage of the fight, but you know, we could talk about the fight where the fight is going on, the Anthony Joshua. And yeah, we could kick it tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in, showing love and support. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.